Johnny Gaudreau, Columbus Blue Jacket player, star, was killed with his brother riding bicycles by a drunk driver in New Jersey. And there's multiple levels to this. The death of two individuals. They were in town to attend their sister's wedding, and this event occurred. And so, individual driving drunk hit, struck, killed these two individuals, and a lot can be said for that. As a person in active recovery, with alcohol being kind of a main substance drug abuse, it is an it's important to think about the actions we take. It's hard day to day to go through this, so it's not easy. And it's also reported that one of the individuals that struck and killed the two brothers uh, worked at a recovery center. I say it correctly. And what can be taken from that is the individual's heart was in the right place. So they're doing work that is helping others. And away from work, they are uh, doing things that might not be quite so compatible with the work that they do. And so that brings up the topic of being on. I have to be on 24/7. The pandemic and working from home and the Zoom and constantly being in front of the camera more and have to be on so much more, on top of our game, on top of the work that we're doing. Watch how we speak and the actions that are able to be seen, uh, has, I think, put added stress in individuals that, like myself, in the past, try to separate work from kind of personal life. And what I've come to the conclusion is, and it's hard to do, and I'm not perfect by any stretch. Nobody is. Nobody's perfect. But what I've come to find out is, and it is very stressful and it can be frustrating at times, is to be the same person that you and I are at work, when we're out at the office, in the community, whether we're on Zoom or whether we're on a regular telephone call. Uh, and then when we step away from that, uh, you know, days off, time on vacation, etc. When that time happens, that we also need to be cognizant of our actions. And everybody can have a lapse in judgment. I've had more than my fair share, and so I'm not here preaching. We're just talking about events that happen, and what I believe is a big trigger to what occurred is uh, trying to be, like, different people from, here's the work we do. We're helping people in recovery, helping people get sober, helping people re-enter society, maybe just getting out of the criminal justice system, whatever that may be. And then we go out and we have a few alcoholic beverages, and then we decide to get behind the wheel of a car. And we all know that impairment can happen, depending on, person's, body weight and what their tolerance is, and those type of things. But then to get behind the wheel is a different story, because with the advent and continuation of technology, we have plenty of options to get home. We can use Lyft, we can use Uber, we can call friends, family members, colleagues, what have you. There's many more options now than say back in my alcohol abuse main days in the early 2000s. Uh, those weren't as readily available as they are now. So I think those are things we need to think about. One is we need to try to be the same person at work and away from work, especially if you're a leader of an organization or not. You don't have to be a leader of an organization, have a foundation, be the CEO or the executive director. You don't have to be at that level, but the actions we take can affect work. So if we get a DUI, driving under the influence, that could be potentially against company policy. And once they find out, you could be reprimanded, you could be losing your job. Uh, and then to think the worst, the one of the worst things that could happen is to get behind the wheel of the car and then cause the death of an individual, in this case, two individuals, and in this case, celebrated hockey star and his brother. So thoughts and prayers go out to Johnny and his family and everybody that's known him, the whole Columbus Blue Jacket organization, fans, community members, stakeholders, and we need to think about things maybe a little bit more now, how we can be the same person, be the best that we can be, away from work, away from the office, away from the Zoom calls, and again being in the office setting. So if we can do that, I think we can, as a society, start to heal a little bit. And going forward, that's going to be good for not only the community, but us as individuals, that we're going to think about the decisions we're making and how they can affect others, whether those others are individuals that we don't know, be individuals that we do know at the office and friends. Uh, and we all know, just like now, the video camera is usually always on and ready to strike the video out and see what's happening. And so that's today's message. Try to be the same person away from the office, away from work, away from school, away from the classroom, the office, the boardrooms, and I think that's going to be really helpful. That's helped me. Still have tons of work to do on myself, and let this hopefully help you and help remind us that there are consequences to the actions we take.